detail, but we're going to take a quick look now at some youth who are making a difference. 2 years ago, the Cape York community of Aurukun made headlines when teachers were evacuated following a spate of violent attacks by local youth. You might remember a lot of the images were played online. And now a new youth strategy aims to turn things around.
Yeah, it's placing responsibility in the hands of young leaders who are determined to shape a better future for their community. Ella Archibald-Binge reports.
Violence in this community is at crisis point.
55 teachers were removed last week after a group of boys with an axe threatened the school principal.
May 2016, news headlines report a community in chaos.
What we're asking people to do is show love for their children every day, every night. Take an interest where their kids are of a night time. Take an interest in feeding the kids, and maybe the kids won't engage in dangerous activities.
The remote Cape York community of Aurukun is reeling amidst a string of street brawls, car thefts and violent attacks on the school principal.
Today we have made the serious decision to withdraw the teachers until the end of this school term, and this will be effective immediately.
It was very stressful, high tensions, very emotional for a lot of people because, well, especially myself, but the teachers that were involved and the whole community itself were really feeling the pressure, and you know, it was like being in a pressure cooker. It was just about to explode.
Jamila Dix was a teacher aide during the unrest 2 years ago. A Wik descendant who grew up 2 hours away in Weipa, she was one of the few locals to be evacuated.
Coming out of that, everyone wanted some action and wanted something done, and it was not about workers' safety or the outside service providers' well-being. It was about what's being done within the community for those community people. If workers that come in don't feel safe, then how do the people that live here feel?
There's lack of respect, there's lack of discipline.
What are you parents doing about your young children who are out on the streets all hours of the night?
We need that education in our community. We need to protect our teachers. Let's put our foot down and be strong.
2 years on, 25-year-old Jamila and a handful of young leaders have formed the Aurukun Youth Advisory Council in a bid to make change. They've just completed their first project, a culturally appropriate opening ceremony for the town's new splash park.
There's always a lot of people making decisions for the young people in Aurukun, but have never experienced it, have never lived it, aren't seeing these young boys and girls face to face every day, so they don't know what they're living or, you know, what they're experiencing. So we just want to be that link and be that connection, the bridge between the two.
20-year-old Jaden Marrett is another member of the Youth Council. Raised in Aurukun, he was studying at boarding school in Brisbane when his hometown made the headlines for all the wrong reasons.
To have that broadcast on the news as a dangerous place and all that, kind of broke my heart a bit because I was still down at school and had all of my mates ask me, oh, is Aurukun really like that? I'm like, nah, it's a real beautiful place.
A keen sportsman, he hopes to kickstart more physical activities to keep kids out of trouble.
They're real talented and they just have, their second nature is sports, and having that and keeping them busy with that will keep them tired and they won't get up to mischief, and stuff like that at the school won't ever happen again.
The Youth Advisory Council is just one initiative of a new Aurukun youth strategy commissioned by the Queensland Government. It was developed over 12 months by Gordon Fawcett following more than 400 community consultations.
19 recommendations and 76 action items to form a roadmap for Aurukun youth, looking to create a sustainable and community-based, community-owned, sustainable youth strategy.
The final report was delivered in May, and Queensland Youth Minister Di Farmer met with Youth Council members during a visit to Aurukun last month. But Ms Farmer hasn't released the report or committed to implementing it, telling NITV she was inspired to meet the Youth Council and would support them to have their voices heard.
For me, a better name for the community, more Indigenous locals employed with the council, not relying on other companies to come in and try and change it up. Like, we can do it ourselves. We need ourselves to do it and not have other people do it for us.
I don't think there's a better people to say what's best for the future of Aurukun than those who are going to be actually actively living it, and that's the young people. So every decision that's being made about Aurukun should be discussed with the young people, and that's again why we want to be that voice for them.
Beautiful to see.
What a fantastic story, led by young people, community driven.
Yeah.
That's what makes the difference, isn't it? It's community owned and community driven.
Yeah, so for you, Gail, in the work that you've been doing lately and in your travels, have you been seeing examples like that of young people empowering themselves and actually being the makers of change?
No, but I think this might be a ripple effect that'll go through other communities, because if you think about it, you know,